Hey everyone, welcome back to Motor Psychology. My name is Jonathan. If you haven't been here before, welcome for your first time. In today's video, I have a problem. So I was cleaning my nice Ford Ranger in the back, and this is a vehicle that I've had since it was brand new. And I went to push the driver's seat back and it stuck in the reclining position. So my job today is going to be to fix that. So I'll be taking apart the seat and more than likely removing the seat from the entire vehicle and trying to figure out what exactly is going on with this thing. So I suspect it's a cable that is broken. So I'm going to have to patch it or repair it and get this thing back on the road. So stick around and hopefully you'll enjoy this video. This is just the interior of the Ford Ranger. So it's a pretty cool small truck, comfortable. It's a 5-speed, which is also a lot of fun to drive and not so common these days. So it's a decent truck to keep. And as you're looking at this, you can see how the driver's seat is stuck in the recline position. So that's my challenge, is to try and figure out what's going on and repair it. This truck is what I would consider a daily driver. I bought it brand new back in the summer of 2009. It's got a 4.0 liter engine and it's been a great daily driver. I've used it all the time in the spring, summer, fall, and winter, and it's worked really, really well. So, as mentioned, this is the issue. I went to put the seat back to clean it, and now it's stuck in the recline position. And there's nothing that I can do to get that fixed without taking this apart and having a look and possibly removing the seat. So let's see what's going on with this, and hopefully I can get it fixed today. The first thing that I need to do is to remove this handle and to remove this plastic covering. So I'm going to do that right now. The handle is just held on with a simple Phillips screw. Looks like the same with this plastic panel as well. All right, let's remove this panel. It's got a plastic clip in here that I want to be careful that I don't break. All right, there's the panel off. This is the seat mechanism here. So if I'm putting this back on, when this lever is lifted, it pulls on a cable which then stretches, and that is supposed to release the mechanisms for the back seat. You can see right off the bat that the cable attachment is broken there. So that's one issue. One thing that I want to check, let me remove this, is whether or not, if I pull this hard with some needle nose, if that is going to help release the seat. So you can hear that pulling. But in my case right now, that's not working. Although I am going to try something here. Pull the cable and move the handle. I may be lucky. Perfect. So that was a pretty simple solution. You can see that the reason that's not working is this cable is broken. So when it gets pulled, it doesn't work properly. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to repair that until I get a replacement. So I'm just going to think about that for a few minutes. So now we know that it works and it's just a cable. I've got to figure out how this is going to work. So that normally would sit in there, and that's what's broken. You look at these and you know it's a design that is going to fail at one time, so it makes you wonder why they would even use it. So it's a component that you know is going to fail. There's no way around it. This thing is going to break sooner or later. Just like a few other things on this truck, like the blend door actuator. It's built to fail. So that ball goes in there, and then I'll try and get this thing in position here. So that is where that is naturally supposed to go, in there. Now I'm just thinking on how I can do this. What I'm going to try to do is use some Ultra Gel Control super glue. Could be a good test for this stuff. I'm not expecting this to hold that, but I want to at least stick this back together to give it some sort of structural shape so that I can figure out how to attach it. So I don't like this loose part sitting around, so I want to at least glue it back together to give it some of its original shape back. This may or may not work. If you guys haven't used this LePage glue, it's really good because it's a gel and it doesn't drip all over the place. The cap is very effective. It doesn't dry out. All right, let's line this back up. That looks like the original spot. This needs to set for a while. It's already got some structure back, which is basically what I was looking for. I'm going to let that set up a little bit, and then I'm going to come back. Give that about 15 minutes or so to set up, and I'll be right back. As I go away, I'm going to try and think of what I can do here. It's a good opportunity to kind of clean this out while I'm here, so let's see how this goes. I think I'm also going to put on a little bit of silicone spray, just a tiny bit in this spring here. Can't hurt. While I was letting the glue dry, I was thinking about how I'm going to do this, and I think I have a solution. So let's try it out. Great. Well, it broke again. So I don't really think that's going to matter. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix this, or temporarily fix it, with a zip tie. So I'm going to put the zip tie in first, and I'm going to thread it through this small area here. It's quite tight, but I think I can get some leverage here to open it up a bit. Then I'm going to take this, place the ball in here, stick this guy into position like so, and then hopefully zip tie it down. Test that out. So that's in pretty tightly. I think it is going to work. It's going to work until I get a new cable anyway. All right, time to put it back together and call this a successful temporary repair. I'm just going to get the parts and put it back together. This clips into here, and these other parts have little anchoring points in them. Like this, it's in position. This is a point there. Perfect. This is just secured like that. And the screws. Final step is putting the handle back in. There, looks like everything is working pretty well, and no one would really know. Hey everyone, that completes the video on how to fix the reclining mechanisms on a 2009 Ford Ranger seat. And the seat's the same as you'd find in the equivalent Mazda pickup truck as well. So it's a quick fix. The cable was broken, so I tried to repair that. Not as successful. I didn't think I would be. So I used a zip tie to secure it in place, and it seems to be working fine for now. So what I'll be looking for is a new cable to replace it. I'm not too worried about it as long as the seat mechanism works, and that's good for me. So thanks a lot, people, for tuning in to another motorcycology video. My name's Jonathan. I appreciate your likes, your subscriptions, and stick around and we'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.